Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP, and once again, this is the 1 hour chart. We're still sitting here just below 52 cents. And all over X, all I see is people complaining about the price of XRP. Look at all these big announcements, yet there's no price movement. But it's not just XRP, it's XLM, XDC, HBAR. All of these ISO cryptocurrencies right now are sitting at rock bottom prices. But I look at this as an opportunity for me and you to keep buying it up, keep packing our bags. This, because I think we're going to take off in the very near future. And when we do, we are going to be happy for this opportunity that we have right now. Finastra, Fusion Total Messaging, RippleNet, Canada plus FedNow equals cross-border XRP. Finastra offers leading-edge financial technology solutions in Canada, providing mortgage technology, check processing, payment management, and student lending solutions to the Canadian mortgage industry, banks, credit unions, and governments. Now that is a massive announcement. But I don't expect the price to move off of just that announcement. Things like this take time to grow out and build. And I look at this as another rail that XRP is going to run on in the future. ACI, worldwide provider of real-time payment software, has launched an end-to-end digital central infrastructure solution designed for central banks and financial institutions. Bifast, Indonesia. Powered by Ripple partner ACI worldwide using RippleNet facilitated by Central Bank Indonesia. Another rail for XRP to run on. And even if they're just using RippleNet right now, later they'll start to utilize XRP. And that's how me and you get rich in the future. So it's not only the banks who will use Ripple ODL. Golance, a website connecting freelancers with customers, has been using RippleNet ODL to pay its freelancers at the lowest possible cost. Now take a listen to what he says here, because I can see the banks pushing in the same direction in the future.
Assets generally, what was the moment that you began to view this as an opportunity for cross-border payments?
Well, so using RippleNet as a tool to pay people, our recipients have no idea, right? To them, it's agnostic who we use, as long as we can provide the lowest cost and the fastest solution. That's what they're looking for. And going after some of these more challenging corridors that offer a greater opportunity for growth, especially for a freelance platform like ours, it was a no-brainer. So payment efficiency, being a payments person and having a payments background, payments and billing efficiency and payout efficiency is built into our strategy. So we plug into as many platforms as we can. So we're like, great, let's give RippleNet a shot. And once we plug in, we route the transaction to whatever's the most effective. And since the beginning, that has evolved to just about everyone in one of our highest growth corridors has been RippleNet. So it's been very exciting for us. It allows us to drop our cost a little on the front end, which gives us a strong competitive advantage over our industry counterparts.
It gives them a strong competitive advantage. And any bank in the future that chooses to use RippleNet and XRP will always have a competitive advantage over all the other banks. That's why I see bank after bank jumping on board in the future, because once one bank uses it, every other bank is going to have it. But it's not just this company. We're going to see other companies utilizing RippleNet and XRP as well. How do people not see what is coming? Digitalization, bank branch closures, ongoing trend, mobile banking, cryptocurrency, and digital assets for payments will prevail. Just watch. So banks say that this has been driven by a swift uptick in online and mobile banking and a steep decline in the traffic at physical bank branches. I think less people are using the traditional banks to begin with. They found better options. People most of the time do all their banking on their phones. So this wave of closures is part of an ongoing digitalization trend as an increased number of customers opt for online banking services, prompting banks to rethink the necessity of maintaining physical branches. And why would they keep their branches open? Here in the US, they've been closing branches little by little over the course of the past 2 years. When you have a branch, you got to keep the lights on, you got to pay all the bills. Plus, you might have a lease on the building or taxes on the building. It's easier for a bank to just sell it off if they're not getting traffic anymore. We're going into the digital age. There's no more need for brick and mortar. We're seeing the same things happen with the malls. Less and less people are going to the mall, so what's happening? The stores are closing as well. The problem with that I see is that we're heading towards a cashless society. Ripple and Mexico. Central Bank of Mexico official website features a document with the XRP ledger as bridge mechanism between USD and MXN. Another rail for XRP to run on in the future. You see what's going on, right? It's forming a massive network all over the world. Ripple's out there growing on a daily basis. Later, we're going to start to see XRP flow all throughout all these countries. By then, most retail investors will be priced out. It's going to happen very fast. From climate insurance to P2P payments, the top 6 finalists of CBDC Innovate 2023 are revolutionizing CBDC applications. 10 honorable mentions show incredible promise too. I want to take a look at these because these are actually really good projects. So we have Ripple Fusion, aims to become the solution that simplifies integrations of Ripple's CBDCs for entities such as small remittance-focused companies. Remember, David Schwartz said, we're going after the smaller value payments because there's a higher volume of payments. In other words, millions and millions of payments happening. Minty is a real estate transitions platform enabled by the XRP ledger, helping to simplify and accelerate the real estate transaction process. If you look at all these ISO cryptocurrencies, they're all focused on real estate as well. They see that as a problem area that blockchain and crypto can easily fix. Same thing with the supply chain. We all know spend a bits. PeerHive is the pioneering lending platform that harnesses the power of blockchain and CBDCs to revolutionize SME financing. Bright Future is a payment and investment solution for low-income groups, helping workers receive salaries in CBDCs. Auto invests money into financial goals, pay bills, and manage expenses using CBDCs. We are overlooking so many payments. Everybody was always focused on bank-to-bank money, but it's not just bank-to-bank money. It's company-to-company money, bank-to-company money, company-to-bank money, employer to employee. And then it's going to go beyond that even. Wait till we start getting mass adoption around the world. I'm talking about when you walk into the local convenience store using crypto, paying for gas using crypto. That time is coming. I look at the time that we're seeing right now, the time that we got into crypto, as a very exciting time. We're so early, but we get to see everything get built from the bottom up. People look at it as, oh, I'm going to come in, I'm going to put money in, and by the end of the week, I'm going to be rich. If you start really looking at the fundamentals, the utility and use cases behind these cryptocurrencies, it's absolutely fascinating. It shows you how big this is actually becoming. Ripple explores potential partnership with Australian Freight and Trade Alliance. Now, is Ripple also going after digital trade? That's the big question, because we know XDC is key to digital trade right now, and I don't even see any other alternative to it. So either Ripple is going to work with XDC, or XRP and XDC will work together inside of digital trade, or we're going to see something else emerge from this. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Exciting times ahead. The ongoing Ripple vs. SEC settlement is generating a lot of buzz in the XRP community. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, Captain. I sense an early Christmas present. So do you think they're going to end this lawsuit altogether by the time Christmas gets here? I think it's very possible. And I think it's going to happen at a time when it's meant to happen. In other words, when everything is given the green light for XRP's price to absolutely skyrocket. I think a lot of things still are getting put in place in the background. How many XRP do we need in order to become a millionaire in 2023? Everybody's been asking me, how much XRP should I be holding? 10,000 XRP is what I think is a good number. You should always stack as much as you possibly can. Set some sort of goal that is achievable for you, because nobody can really tell you how much XRP you should be holding. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's lifestyle. And, you know, one person might need a hell of a lot more XRP than someone else to be happy in the future as well. And don't share how much XRP you're holding in the comments section, because sometimes that could be discouraging to others as well. You know, everybody should always keep how much XRP they have private. Think about it. At some point, this cryptocurrency is going to hit some very high numbers. And when it does, you don't need a whole bunch of people knowing who's rich and who isn't. In fact, my idea is this. Once I get rich off XRP, I plan on moving off the grid. I don't want to be in society with everyone else, and I'm never going to show my wealth anyway. I'm not going to be driving the Lambo is what I'm saying. So you'll never see me unveil one on this channel. I plan on living comfortably and then passing my XRP on to my children. Then they could pass it on to my grandchildren in the future. The Fed pulled $20 billion emergency OCE liquidity away from the banks this week. In 2020, they pulled $100 billion over 4 weeks to cause the banking crisis. They pulled $70 billion in the last 3 weeks. The Fed is causing the market to crash again. Those New World Order cult members need to be dealt with as soon as possible. I think they're pushing for a major crash to happen. I think we're going to see a liquidity crisis possibly by the end of this year. Then there's this confirmation from Secretary of Defense Austin that the U.S. will move the General R. Ford Carrier Strike Group to the Eastern Mediterranean in response to the Hamas attacks on Israel. It looks like we're getting involved in this war. And a lot of people are now saying that this is going to lead to the next run-up in crypto, because we're going to have to print a lot of money for this. So we are going to print a ton of money. Inflation is going to rise and oil prices are going to go up. You don't think the globalist pieces of garbage don't love this attack on Israel? Our intelligence agencies allowed this to happen. I think they're going to print a lot of money, and it's going to push the price of Bitcoin, that's for sure. Most likely taking the rest of the crypto space with it. 50 years ago, U.S. support for Israel triggered an oil embargo. Today, we're grappling with record high gas prices and central banks wrestling with surging inflation. Will today's war over Gaza lead to a stock market crash? Our belief is yes. And, you know, I always told you, history repeats itself. I wasn't here 50 years ago to see this. And it seems like there was a gas shortage, and gas was absolutely skyrocketing back then. And maybe that's what we're going to see play out once again now. Because every time you see something happen in history, you can bet it's going to happen again in the future. It's the same reason why the U.S. dollar is eventually no longer going to be the world's reserve currency. And this isn't the time we should be heading into any more wars, honestly. I mean, we have to defend Israel, and because they're one of our biggest allies, but We have no money. We're $33 trillion in debt. We're going to turn on the printers. And I think this war actually might be taking place because they wanted it to take place. I think we have New World Order playing out in real time. I think they're pushing us into the Great Reset is what I'm saying. But we're XRP holders. And this is another reason you should be always holding XRP. Because maybe you can hedge against what's coming. You might get very rich off of them printing more money is what I'm saying. But until it all plays out, we got to stay patient and stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.